Let's get back to modeling this Half-Life bathroom scene. And I'm going to keep some sci-fi elements in this. So I'm going to make sort of a sci-fi urinal, I think. So I'm going to get rid of that one there. And I'm going to bring in a plane. I'm going to rotate X 90. Scale in the X. I'm going to scale in the Z. And let's try something here. Let's take this bottom edge here. And I'm going to extrude it. I don't want to run into the same problem I did last time. Let's start with that. Alright, I'm going to focus just on that. With that edge selected, I'm going to Shift Control B to bevel, pull. I'm going to roll my mouse up and make this nice and round there. Something like that. Let's take this one and do a similar thing. There, that's good, like that. Okay, with that done, we are going to add solidify to this and pull it quite a bit. Even thickness though. Something like that. I'll try that. I'm going to Control A to apply that. Come in here, Shift Alt and click there, and I'm going to bevel this. Give it that sort of sci-fi roundness. Okay, let's come in here and grab this stuff. I'm going to inset like this. I'm going to extrude, and it's going to come down on its normals like that. And give a nice bend. Alright, now I want to come around to the back and grab all of that. I'm going to inset like that. And then I'm going to press, get that out of the way, E and Alt S, and I'm going to push out. And now I want to select just that edge. Shift Alt and click all the way around in edge selection. And I'm going to bevel this. Control B. Pull. I'm going to hold Shift and I'm going to pull quite a bit. And round it like that. Now I'm going to come to this edge. Shift Alt and click. Should be able to get the whole thing. And I'm going to bevel that as well. I don't need quite as many segments probably. Let's see if I can do that. And finally, I'm going to bevel these ones. Control B. And I'll make it pretty round. Alright, so this is what I'm getting. Now I think I'm going to come in as well and grab the inside. Make sure I get it all. Control B and pull. Give a nice bevel to that as well. I'll smooth that in a bit. Now I want to come in and select here, Shift S, cursor to selected, bring my 3D cursor there, and I'll make a drain of sorts. And I'll go ahead and I'll just use 32 vertices and make it quite smooth. Do something like that around there. Okay, I'll select my main object, Boolean, and I'll choose this. I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to delete that bottom face. So it goes through, you'll never see in there, but just in case, select all those and Control B to bevel, and I'll pull like this. I'm going to bring a circle in here. And I'm going to press E and S, E and S, E and S, E and S, E and S. And that's good enough. I'll flip that. And now I'm going to add the wireframe modifier. Make it something like that. I'll come in here and Shift Alt and click and Control plus until I get all of those, and Shift D, take that, pull it up, P to break it out. I'll bring back that. So this is what I have right here. I'm going to Shift Alt and click this edge and extrude down and bevel this edge. I just need a total of 3, I think. I'm going to pull that in and down, scale it in a little bit, and I'll shade smooth that, and I'll bring this up so that if you ever lean over you'll see the actual thing. And now I'm going to look at this with respect to everything else, and I think I'll come in here and maybe I'll pull this down a little bit. Let's have a look at shading this. Shade smooth, and I'm going to make sure all my polys are out there, nothing to merge, and I'm going to add weighted normal and normal's auto smooth. Okay, so we have that. Let's take this and this and pull it out like that, and then we'll do some work on the top here. All right, so I'm going to bring that there. Let's bring in a cylinder. Let's just go for 18 vertices. And then we'll make the stuff we need up here. Just want to have a look at a reference image here. I'm not going to do all this detail, just some kind of cylinder coming up, something coming off and going in. So let's just do something here. So we'll come in, maybe we will inset, do that. We'll come up and let's make the big piece here. So it's kind of sci-fi, kind of old school. I'm going to inset and just do that. Okay, so we're going to do that. So let's bevel a little bit. Control B. Okay, let's come back and look at this. All right, so I want that piece there. I guess I'll come off to that side and just a cylinder coming in. So it's going to be straightforward cylinder kind of work. Maybe I'll just grab that, Shift D, pull it out, rotate Y 90, scale it a bit bigger. And we're going to come in there. I'll cap that off and Control B, and then we'll take the whole thing, Shift D, and we'll rotate Z 90. I just want to have another look, keep going back and forth. Okay, I'm going to make that, no, I'm going to make it smaller. Join on there, and then okay, let's focus on that. Expand it a little bit, and we'll get rid of those faces. I'll pull it back, E and S, come out like that. That'll go into the wall. Control B. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm going to go into wireframe, see if I can find this edge here. There it is. I'm going to extend that through and make it smaller, project it out, close it, bevel, bevel. I may not like where that is located. I'm just going to slide it down a little bit. All right, that's good. And I'll take Control L. I'll take this piece. We'll use that on this other side. Rotate Z 180. Let's pull it out. And we're going to start tapering this down a little bit, like that. And maybe the whole thing. Scale Shift X. I'm going to do that. It's all going to be metal, so. And we'll, let's E and S. Let's make a bigger piece here. E, come through. And I think that piece could just go on here. Bevel that. Let's see. You know, just something like that. Let's bring everything back and see where we're at. Shade smooth on that thing. And I can add weighted normal and auto smooth. Let's make sure that all my polys are the right way. There's nothing to merge. And I think we're okay. Yeah. Just at the bottom here. Yeah, well, we'll get rid of that face there. We don't need that. I could do a little bit of this. Even this slope here is not really necessary. Let's just bevel in there. Get rid of that. Now, I think that might be a little bit too low to the ground and might need a little bit. Rotate Z minus 90. No, rotate Z 180. Go back to here. Okay, let's take this stuff and just work on this. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lower that a little bit and bring it up. I think I'll bring it up to where I want it, like about there, and then take that up. He's got to reach up pretty high to get that. So maybe there, maybe it is okay there. What do you think? It's going to make this narrower. Scale Shift X. A little smaller. Yeah. Okay, now I see I lost my drain stuff, so I'm going to create a collection for that. I'm going to call it urinal. And I want to have a look at this piece here. Yeah, so I think I'm going to make a cut and pull and come up. take those edges and scale them in the Y. Let's see how I want to do this. I'm actually going to put another cut in there. Grab these, scale them in the Y. Straighten that out. Pull that out. I'm going to get rid of the bevel there. Just like that. Urinal test. And I really don't need that edge right there. Just want to do that. Let's see about a bevel here. Yeah, I don't know how visible that's going to be. So we may work on this a little bit. Yeah, it wasn't quite enough, I think. Let's do something like that there. I feel like putting holes in this thing, but I don't know how visible that would be. Let's bring that back. Okay. And to join it to the wall, and then I think that'll be it for this video. Let's come in here and let's take something, like this. Shift-D, pull that out. I'm going to scale this in the Z. Pull it in. I'll break it out. This one's going to be pretty straightforward, though. Actually, I'll make it like this, make it a bit more visible. And just extend it out here. It's just going to be a real simple kind of clip. I'm going to go ahead and put on solidify. I may give it more thickness than you would expect, just because of the distance will be. I mean, I may come up a little bit close to this structure, but maybe not too close. I'm just thinking of doing one here. Or maybe what we'll do is, maybe I will make it narrower. And do one up here and one down and on both sides. Okay, so yeah, in that case, I will tone it down a little bit. And let's put a couple of bolts on here. So let's just bring a 3D cursor there and go for a circle. We'll just go for 16. Scale it down. Rotate X90. Scale it. We'll have big bolts so that, just so stuff is visible. We'll come back and get rid of that face. Select that face, Control B. But we'll make sure our polys are facing the right way and put that there. We can shade smooth that. I guess if I'm satisfied with that, there's not much to it. I'll apply that at least. Yeah, and then the bevel starts to come through. All right, so we'll deal with that. Shift-D, rotate Z minus 90. Oh, it's the other way, isn't it? Rotate Z 180. And, okay, we're not quite on anyhow. Okay, so let's do that. Let's touch that down to there. And, maybe, I'm sure it's overkill, but yeah, it's overkill. Anyways, I'm going to join those. I'm going to do another one down here. And I'm going to join those. I'll bring my 3D cursor to there. And take this, set the origin to the 3D cursor, and mirror these. So it's quite the panel you got there. In fact, I think I'll do this. Okay, so there's that and there's that. So we could get rid of those. We could hide him. And what I might do is I want to put this stuff in with that urinal. For now, I'm going to just copy this stuff, but I might use collection instances later when I texture it and then do it. Let's have a look here. Everything's looking good. Let's switch this back to both. It's a little extreme to look at it this way, but that's what I'm coming up with for those. I might do some more design on this because, you know, that might be a shot. I don't know, right there. And if I make this sort of sci-fi-ish as well, and then we'll just decide. Who knows? Maybe I do want to put more detail on this, you know. But for now, that's what we're getting. Okay, cool. Definitely we'll be back to this soon. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.